Okay, so here we have a big box of wine. We have a single glass, some water, which you'll have seen from some of the coffee videos to wash it down with, and I don't think I'll be necessarily needing much of a bottle opener. There's a lot of these. Will be screw top. We have it there in case, and we have a new box of Concierge wine. So what is in your summer reds, I hear you ask? Well, in my summer reds are 2 bottles of Lisboa Red 2017 from Portugal. I've had some very good stuff from Portugal. We have, I'm going to read it vertically because it makes more sense. We have Faustino. Now Faustino is a very interesting Rioja. Let's see what brings from that. We have a Côtes-du-Rhône. Let's see what we get from there. Côtes-du-Rhône, I have very long and interesting Côtes-du-Rhône period. I grew out of it, mainly as people were giving me very, very, very expensive bottles of Bordeaux. You suddenly go, there is a part of France that I prefer. We have the definition Chianti Classico. Some of the definition wines from Majestic are very, very good. We have a Kaiken Selección Especial Malbec from Mendoza, which we shall see. And then we have a behind closed doors. So we have two Portuguese wines, which is very interesting. We have a cheeky French insertion. Stop it. And we have an Australian free bonus bottle. So there you go. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know. Well, anyway, if you're looking on a bigger screen, you'll be able to see and read that. But if you're not, well then you're just gonna have to look somewhere else. So I think we are going to start light and go to what I think will be heavier. So we're going to start with a Côtes-du-Rhône. Léon, Perdigal, Côtes-du-Rhône. Ulecia. And we have a cork. I tell you what. But Monsieur, you are spoiling us. Apart from the Australian, which can be expected, and the Kaiken Argentinian, seems like we have don't watch that. I'll tell you. Some people saw me doing that, they would have a fit. But I don't know where my little Ulecia parrot is. I think I left it somewhere else in the house. I can still smell, if you've been watching some of the other series, just trying to reposition that so it's not totally in my face. I can still smell the, in fact I'm just going to have another sip of it, which is a very bad thing to do before going here, but I've still got the Val Serrano 2001 Grand Reserva. Oh, mamma mia. That is a good wine. However, I'm not going to have some water after that. One of the best sounds in the world. So, very clear cork, but they have been upright in a case. Nothing is corked, which is a terrible way to start tasting. Very clear, as we expected. I can almost hear you saying, you're not going to like this, are you? I really shouldn't have had that Grand Reserva before. But it's quite pleasant. It's very Côtes-du-Rhône. Unmistakably Côtes-du-Rhône. Takes me back. I enjoyed a lot of Côtes-du-Rhône. You could drink a lot of this. It's got salty. Seaside sunshine. It's herbs, as they call it here. Ripe fruit, herbs and sweet spice, which I think is the saltiness I'm picking up. Elegant tannins, which I would agree with. Do you know what? I mean, it's not my style, but I'm quite impressed with that. If you like Côtes-du-Rhône, I don't think you will be disappointed with the Perdigal 2018. I could honestly drink that. I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice, but I could drink this. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to waste. So, a lovely finish to that. I may be going back to some Côtes-du-Rhône. I did enjoy that. Right, so we now have, I think we should go from Côtes-du-Rhône to we're going to run from France to Italy, and we need the definition Chianti Classico. Where is the definition Chianti Classico? What colour's the top? It might help. Black. There we go. And we have a cork, which is always good. Sorry, I've got a terrible bottle opener without a knife. So Côtes-du-Rhône, we had a proper cork. This we have a composite. Not really bothered, still a cork. But it's an observation. A lot of wine is the experience. That's the reason we don't have screw tops in many parts of the world. Interesting colour, I like that. But then it is a composite cork, which does absorb the as suspected, it's light like the previous wine. I probably put a bit too much in there, didn't I? I'm more of a swallower. I've only got this one glass, but I'm not going to pour it back. Or am I? Okay. If I was in one of those Italian restaurants where you've only got a choice of 20 Italian wines, none of which you've ever heard of, and I chose this, I would not be going, oh dear God, right now, which is a good start. Do you know what? If I was sat in Italy and they gave me a carafe of this with lunch, I would be happy all day long. See what they say. Oh, you know when they get twaddle. So this one actually has, the previous one, the Léon Perdigal, actually has descriptions. This one just has fluff. Yeah. As a Chianti Classico, the definition Chianti is made carefully inline typo with the tradition. You can tell when someone does a typo, they really, you know, their heart is not in it. The traditional methods that put this staple Italian wine on the map. Yada, 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 yada. The results are worth a fuss, if you say so. So it is classic cherry and violet flavours with a true touch of luxury. There's definitely cherry. It's definitely violet. And I honestly would say it's a stonker as well. I mean, I wouldn't buy it myself, but you could drink that all day long. Right. So from there, we're quite fortunate. Should we go to Spain and then Portugal? Or should we have the two Portuguese and then move to Spain? It's a good day when you have choices like this. Let's put the cork back in there. It won't go that way around as you should. Try and put it that way around. If it won't go, just don't make a big fuss. Just needs to get a cork in it. Always put a cork back in a wine. Look, none of these wines need to breathe. So, I tell you what, let's see what we get out of the bottle. So we've got a Portuguese. So I think we're going Portuguese first. This one's got a raised cork, which is, well, could be many things. Let's see what brings. God, this bottle opener is absolutely, if I get cut, if I get a COVID cut, by my own fault for not having a decent, I should only use the Ulecia one really. Proper cork, we like a proper cork. Okay. Proper cork that breaks up. You see, that's the problem with being a wine snob. To eat your own words sometimes. I'm not really much of a wine snob. But, so I did that very, very badly, but this is quite pink. It's a very small cork. It's quite interesting. I'm not judging, but it's a short cork. We washed out our glass, no we haven't. A little bit of water. Watered down finish is still quite good of that wine, which is a good, for wine is horrible and then you wash it out with water, which is even more mostest horriblestness. Until I used to be an English teacher when I was a student. Right, let's stick that cork back in. So this is the LB7. And it is from Lisbon. And it is, let me see what percent it is. Colour-wise, it's a lot more promising than the others, but you kind of expect that from Portugal. It's 13.5%, whereas obviously, our Côtes-du-Rhône was 14%. Probably explains why it passed the stonker test. Chianti is only 12.5. That's kind of expected as well. It's a nice refined Italian. Do you know what? I love wines. I think I'm going to like this. I haven't even smelt it yet, but from the aspect, it looks amazing. Oh, wow. So this is the LB7, and it's a terrible name. It's cricket fans will be thinking it's 7 legs before wicket or something, maybe. Okay. The palate boasts a medley of dark briar fruits alongside hints of tobacco and spice. It's definitely the fruits. I'm getting the tobacco as well. But there's like a tannic harshness on the end, which you see on the bottle it says fine tannin. Is it fine tannin? I'm going to reserve judgment on this because it is slightly warm and it could be making the tannins misbehave. But it's not a total fail. Let's open our other Portuguese. I mean, I will be drinking that. Right. So we need to find our other Portuguese friend, which is called Behind Closed Doors. There's a black top. First time found. We're going with the same sort of bluey pastel-y labels. We have a proper cork, we have a proper top. please don't judge me on these. Now we have a composite cork. People are going to think I have a cork fetish, which I probably do. Love a bit of cork. Interesting colour. God, I hate lockdown hair. It's like constantly in your face. A bit like some of these wines. So, have we rinsed out the... You see, it's a decent wine. Didn't taste like a spittoon when you had the diluted wash. Oh, hello. Now, there's a lovely colour in this as well. See, I love Portugal. I just don't drink enough Portuguese wine. A friend of mine went with a writer friend of his all the way from Rivero del Duero down the Douro Valley and brought back some amazing grapas, as well as we drank some amazing wines. But this is Reserva, behind closed doors. And it is a Portuguese. I don't know why I have to. That's the only, unfortunately, everyone thinks, well, many people believe that Portuguese is quite similar to Spanish Italian. And I suppose it is, but all the Portuguese can speak Italian and Spanish, Portuñol, very well. Other way around, not so much. And I just can't understand Portuguese to save my life. Anyway, this is interesting. So it's got Syrah and Alicante Bouchet. This is interesting. Okay. So the tasting notes are intensely flavored grape, better known for making port. Syrah, Tempranillo, and Alicante Bouchet. The effort is paid off. Dark fruit drench depths encased in soothing vanilla. Oh, hello. It's 14%. It's got this... So Portuguese wines sometimes have this kind of... They're very dark there, but then they've got this other funny colour here, which... I don't know what it reminds me of. I'll try and remember what that reminds me of. Unfortunately, my memory is not... I haven't... hopefully or not hopefully, this series will get me back into getting the consistency, because a lot of wine tasting is memory, and it's A, as you get older your memory fails you, but B, you just can't drink enough to maintain that memory. But this is interesting. It's got that, it's a bit too harsh. It's a bit New World harsh, if that makes sense, which I think is what that colour is reminding me of. I could drink this. It's not bowling me over, but I could drink this, and it is very interesting. I am liking this box. This is why I joined, I was about to give up the Concierge, because if you've seen some of my other videos, Lord knows it's only one or two of you, but the reason I started getting this wine Concierge was because I was always drinking the same wines, and the reason I got into these wine tastings is because I was always drinking the same wines. The Concierge helped open up to different wines, but then it just served me some wines which I just didn't. 2 cases in a row were just kind of, yeah, whatever. And as you've seen from 2 of the videos that have gone before, there are some plonks in there. But these are good. These remind, I'm going to go away and do some more Chianti, some more Côtes-du-Rhône. And I think I'm going to need the help of my friend Bob. But we are going to do, or I'm going to do with his help, a Portuguese wine tasting as well. This is good. So let's find the Faustino. Now, I have drunk a lot of Faustino in my years. I do honestly like Faustino, even if it's called Faustino Rivero. But let's see. Oh, hello. You see, lovely top, lovely cork. I haven't had one of these for a long time. And Faustino, in my early years of coming back to England from Spain, Faustino was, I suppose, a bit like Campo Viejo is now. What a lovely sound. It's a composite cork that looks good. And so I drank a lot of Faustino. And I have a soft spot for it. Let's really hope this doesn't disappoint me. I think this is a different Faustino. It is a different Faustino. It is, I don't know. Oh, that's not good. The colour's nice. Something plastic going on here. Bright, lighter bodied Crianza is the Rioja lover's easy sipping ticket to effortless summer indulgence. This is what my alcoholic British friends would call quaffable. An assortment of red fruit aromas greet you on the nose. Well, they didn't, but it may be just a bit too warm. And entwine with strawberry-rich palate. Yeah, there's definitely strawberry. Gentle ripples of licorice. Oh no. I mean, 2001 Valserano. Definitely gentle ripples of licorice. Maybe I'm spoiled, but this ain't giving me gentle ripples of licorice yet. Don't be harsh. Don't judge. He says. No. 2016 and no. See, it's interesting. If I had to have bet which wine would disappoint me and which wine I would drink, I would not have got it this way around. But there we go. I'm going to leave the Malbec and the Merlot as their new world. I'm going to leave them for another time. And I think we've done enough pan-European traveling for one episode. And yeah, but I think we have 4 semi-stonkers and 1 semi-plonker. I love being challenged in wines. This is it's what makes the world a better place. But anyway, I shall be going back to my 2001 Valserano Gran Reserva. I have dinner with my family, albeit in lockdown, and I shall be forgetting my lockdown hair woes. And I will see you in the next one.